Hello guys, welcome back to another video. In this video I'm going to show you how you can make this diagram which shows that how does the COVID virus enters inside the human body. If I'm not wrong, I'm going to show you how you can make this diagram in Microsoft PowerPoint, and I'm going to show you because I heard that some people have to pay for these diagrams, and if you don't want to pay, if you want to learn by yourself, I'm going to show you easy steps how you can do it in a simple easy Practically way. These things and these things are same. The only difference is that this whole figure is divided into half and is placed here, and if you zoom in a little bit more, then you can see that this one, this image, these circles and these things are common elements. So we are just going to draw these ones and we are going to replace them with everything. So now let's see how we do this. First of all, go to the insert menu, shapes option. You will see that there's a donut shape. You cannot find here because these are my recent used shapes, so you can find this item here in basic shapes which looks somehow like this. So once you click, you just have to click here and you will see a donut here. So it depends on what size you want and what is the size that you are looking for. So for in my case, I'm going to do it like this, and then you are going to select this golden circle and reduce the width of this circle. So once you're done, you have pretty much a big circle or the size of a circle that you want, but just to be similar to the one that we have in my diagram, I'm going to replace it with that one so that we are on the same page. So make sure you have the width and the height are same, 3.56 by 3.56, which means that you need to have a proper shape. So that's how it works. So now let's give a light color to this one and it looks somehow like this, and let's give a black outline to this shape. Now this part is done. Now let's work on the other part, which are the small shapes. So these small shapes are the repetitive element that we are going to repeat throughout the diagram. So first of all, we are going to adjust the size here, and let's say we are going to give it a little bit darker color, and let's say a little bit color like this, and let's give a black color here. So now let's just drag it down here and you're done. So copy this one and paste, just rotate this one and you can see that you can form a second image here. Similarly, copy paste, okay, and just drag a little bit down, rotate it here, and you are done. So now as you can see that 3 of them are done. Now we are only going to do the first 4 ones so that we can have a starting point, and you will see how I will replace these ones for the next part. So now make sure that you only do 1 quarter. So once you are your quarter ends here, make sure you are at the proper end. So copy and paste. I'm going to do something like this, and then place them equally. Unfortunately, you cannot arrange them in this circle manually, so it does take time, but it is the only convenient way you can easily do. So now comes the easy part. So now select all of these. Let's just delete this one. Select all of these, copy and paste. So once you paste them, you can see they are all selected. Control right click, group, and group them. Now the thing is that when they are like this, you can easily rotate them without disturbing their position. So that's a tricky part. That's a trick that you can learn over in this part. So once you are here, you can adjust their rotation so that they match and they are equally placed here, something like this. Okay, so once you are done with this one, now you can see there is one way to do like this. Now just remove this one, you delete this one, copy this one again and paste. Now you can see that now you have a half circle. Group that again, and now same procedure, rotate it downwards. Now as we know, we already have these ones, so we are going to delete the redundant ones, so we don't need these ones, and let's just move a little bit down here, and now let's drag it and place it here. So now you can see your circle is done and you don't need to do much about it. So now this was the first part. Now moving towards the second part, which is which are the S proteins, I guess. So we are going to make the S proteins first. So simply how you can make your S proteins is that first of all, take a circle. Okay, here's a circle, reduce the size and decrease it like this. So your circle looks a bit like a flower, your protein looks a bit like a flower. So copy and paste, trying to make it as much familiar as we can, trying to do it. So once you are familiar with this, you can easily do that. So make sure that your middle one is on the top because it will give a more prominent look, and make this to the down part. Make sure they are equal and same. Now what you have to do is select this shape and edit points. Now you can see these points, you can simply drag them a little bit more to give them an extra curvature. Similarly, edit points and drag them a little bit more to give them an extra curvature. Okay, now this part is done. One thing more, you need to combine these parts with this one, so you can do something like this, and similarly combine this part with this one, you will do something like this. Now you can see this is a natural curvature, so for this one we are also going to do something which is something like this. Okay, so now let's just move this a little bit in so that they both looks familiar. Now copy that and paste it, and now we are going to do something else, which is we're going to reduce the size and shape, and we are going to make construct the down part. Now once you are done with this one, select them. Let's just change their color so that they looks a bit different from the top part, and just give them a black color and like this, and send it to back, and you are done. Now for this top part, it actually has a lighter color, so what you are going to do is use a lighter color here and choose a black background. Now this is your protein part, which is pretty much done. You can group it, and if you want, just slightly reduce the size. Now you see that they are increased in width. You can slightly drag it from here so that they come back to their original position. So you need to be careful with this part, so as it is more fragile, we can say, so you need to work a bit more carefully with this part. So now same procedure, copy one and paste it other places, and you are going to do this pretty much the same way, and you are going to replace it for all the places. So copy and paste again and again. And so once you are done with half or quarter of them, you can select like this, copy, paste, group them, and then you can just simply rotate them and place them wherever you want. So this actually reduces your time how to do that. Similarly, in order to save time, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you one more part, which is this one, which is the curvature, or let me say, yeah, this curved line. So how are you going to use this line? Put line here like this, like this, like this, like this, like this, this, and like this. Okay, so this is one part. So click over here, increase the width, and make sure the line is this color, blue color. And now the next part is you need to place a circle on top of it. So this is the circle, and reduce the size of the circle like this and place it here. Now this is a bit too big circle, so I'm going to reduce it so that it looks a bit more smaller, and like this. And this color has a lighter color, which means you go to the fill option here and choose lighter color like this one. And similarly, what you need to do is you need to decrease the thickness. So go in the fill or line option, go to the line option and decrease the thickness. Now this circle doesn't look equal because they are not equal in size, so just click 0.21 and 0.21 and you are all set. So copy and paste, and similarly you're going to repeat this step until and unless you are here. So I would say copy and paste, and you are going to paste it like this, and you're going to repeat the steps. So for convenience, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my own diagram which I made previously, so that we can save some time and we can move towards the next part. So this is a diagram that is finally formed and looks somehow like this. So now the main other different part which I'm going to show you is something like this. So I'm going to copy this circle, double circle. I'm going to paste it here. So now as you can see that they are going to enter into the inside the human layer. So what we are going to do is we are going to work on this part. So go to the shapes and simply just click on the free shape. Click here and click over here. Okay. Now simply click over here and click over here. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you just in a second. You will easily understand what was the purpose behind this. So select this line and select this line. There's an option called merge shapes. What it will do is it will divide this shape into two parts. Okay, so now when you click on the fragments, you can see that all the shape is divided into different fragments. So now if I delete this one, if I delete this one, if I delete this one, you can see that this is the lower part. This one delete, this one delete, this one delete, this one delete, and this one also delete. Now you can see that these are two different parts, and now I'm going to work on this part. So now simply what we are going to do is that we are going to work on the layer, and now for that, now we have to do is go to shapes and simply use the same format. This one goes here to here. Now simply what you can do is you can trace this circle one by one. This is the easiest way I could find, and I think if you guys find some more easier way to do this part or to make this epidermis layer, because we don't want to have a break in the circle, which is this part over here. So as you can see now this part is done. But when you remove the circle, for which I kept for a reference, you can see that these are not pretty smooth. So what you can do is select here and edit points, and click on edit points and slightly increase the curvature for this one, so that you can have a more pretty smooth boundary. And once you are done with this one, you're going to repeat the same steps, and similarly you're going to do for the whole diagram. So now when this part is done, copy that and paste and put it down, decrease its width, and you're going to make another layer which is something like this. Okay, so now guys, look, it's not too difficult, not too hard. You're going to make a second layer like this, and once you are done with this one, click here, edit points, and simply extend it to this one. Okay, and now drag this point and move it to this one. So now guys, this is your layer of the skin, which shows that this is the layer and this one goes inside this part. Now in order to make a different color for this particular part is another trick. So select this diagram, copy, go to the second page and just paste it over here. Now one more thing, go to the insert shape options and take a square. Now place a square on the whole screen like this and send it to the back. Now again, select this shape first and then select this shape, go to merge shapes and fragments. Okay, now remove the unnecessary part that you don't need, delete this part, and we only need these and this part. So control, select both parts and shape outline, no outline. Now you can see that there is a difference between these two parts, so just slightly move it down and you will no more see the difference between these two parts. Copy that, go back to the previous slide and paste it over here. So now let's just select this one and change the fill to light blue. So once you are done with this one, what you are going to do is you are going to select all of it, copy, and you're going to paste it here. So now once you are going to paste it here, it will look somehow like this. Okay, so you can see the circle fits well. Now delete the unnecessary parts, so group, ungroup them. Okay, now firstly we are going to delete this part. Okay, and also we don't need these square brackets, so you can just remove these blocks, and I'm going to quickly remove them for you so that we can see the final version. So guys, this is one step for the diagrams. So this was the most important part that you had to do. Now the two of the last parts which are remaining is the ACE2 receptor. So I'm going to show you how you can make it. So just simply draw something like this and go to insert menu, shape options, and you can see a moon over here. So it shows somehow that it is kind of receptor. You can decrease the width, go a little bit zoom inside, decrease the size, decrease the width, decrease the height, and then you can place this on the top of it, and then simply select both of these, shape outline black, and change the color to a lighter tone color, like something like this. Okay, now this part is done. If you want, you can reduce the size for this one, you can decrease this length, and you can increase the height for this one. So it shows that it is accepting something and it looks more realistic. Similarly, there are other shapes that we need to draw which are similar to this one. So firstly, let's copy this one, drag it down. I'm going to rotate it like this, and similarly I'm going to go to the shape option, circle. I'm going to put a circle like this. I'm going to reduce its size, something like this, and I'm going to put it on the top of it. So once it's done, the major thing for this one is that it has a different color. I'm going to add a different color, which is a gradient, and for the gradient color I'm going to choose this one, or I'm going to choose a darker one, and then for this color I'm going to choose red. Okay, now once you're done with this one, go to home, format painter, and select this one. So copy and paste. Now same procedure, copy and paste, same procedure, and then comes the last part, which is something like a paste man. It looks somehow like this. You can increase and decrease the circle width like this, decrease the size. Okay, and select this one again, home, format painter, and you can select the color of that shape again here. So guys, most of the things are done. What I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly add and replace the text inside so that you can easily see. Adding a text is really easy. I'm just going to show you one simple example, which is like this. So you can add SARS-CoV-2, make it bold, and then you can change a different color to this one and increase the size, and it looks much more good and better in comparison to the other one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy the diagram that I made before, and I'm going to show you a magic that you will really like. So stay with me. So this is a diagram that we made. I made before. It includes different text and explanation for all the things that we need. Now the thing that you need to make it more beautiful. Okay, how you can make it more beautiful? So this is the part that is a shape, and now you need to add a background color. So go to the design menu, just simply click here. You can see the format background option, solid fill. Go here and give a solid background to this color. So now guys, see, a simple color addition to one simple diagram can make it so beautiful. So now there is one way you can make it more better for your abstract. So normally when you are going to export it, it's going to export it as a slide. So what you can do is you can select it as like this. Okay, this is a shape, send it the background. Now you can see that it has a different color because it is a different shape. So now I'm going to give it a different color, something like this. Now it has a boundary, no outline. So now I'm going to select all of it, copy that, and go here. What you can do is select enter like this, and you can paste it like an image here. Now as you can see that if you reduce the size, and you can see this kind of images, if in your manuscript, will look more and much more better. So I'm going to add a link for this diagram where I found this diagram from. This actually from a reference papers. So I'm going to show you one reference paper, and you can go and check it out if you want to learn more about this diagram. And let's see if we add a different color and see how does it affects the overall diagram. So it depends on you which color you want and how do you want to define your shape or something like that. It completely depends on you. So if you choose some colors like this, bright colors or light colors like this, it will show give a complete different description for your picture. It also shows that this is a human body, and red color depicts the color of the blood. So I hope you guys like this video, and if you haven't watched my previous videos, do watch them. I hope you guys will certainly like it. And that's it for today. I hope you guys like this video, and if you haven't watched my previous video, do watch them. And till then, take care. Allah Hafiz.